There was a peasant girl who convinced the king to lead his armies and then won battles with that army. It was Joan of Arc. She was born around 1412 in Domremy, France, and her parents were tenant farmers. In early adolescence, she claimed that she was hearing and seeing different saints like Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, and they were urging her to help France against the English in the Hundred Years' War. So with this new saint knowledge around when she was 16 years old, she went from Domremy to Vaucouleurs, right there, to ask the captain of the garrison there if she could join the Dauphin. But he denied her at first, so she went back home, but then the next year she came back. So the second time, either after seeing her piety and being examined by church authorities and not seeing that she was a witch, or with her prediction of a battle that went wrong and the news got there, he agreed to help take her to see the Dauphin. So with the captain's help and dressed as a man and a few escorts, she went from here all the way down to Chillon here to meet the Dauphin. So when she got there and was finally able to have an audience with him, she told him that she wanted to fight against the English and have him crowned in Reims. Being told that, he wasn't sure about her, so he had her tested by the church to make sure she wasn't heretical or anything. She said that she would show them at Orléans that her mission was true. So with that, they went from Chillon here all the way up to Orléans here to help relieve the siege that was going on there. Once she arrived, she basically inspired troops because she led assaults on English bastions there and was injured but kept fighting. And ultimately, they were able to force the English to retreat and lift the siege there, which was a turning point for the French. So after the win there, she went and told Charles pretty much that he needed to go and get crowned at Reims. So they went from Orléans here all the way up to Reims here. And since it was still in pretty much enemy territory, they were fighting and clearing out towns along the way. Because of her success leading the way, he was able to get safely to Reims. And in July, he was crowned Charles VII, which fulfilled her prophecy that she would have him crowned there. And for the rest of 1429, she was helping fight battles for France. But her final siege was here in Compiègne. The town was under siege by the Burgundians at the time, so she led a sudden attack out of the front gates. And they had the advantage, but they were eventually pushed back. While retreating, the drawbridge got raised, so they were left on the other side, and she eventually got captured by the Burgundians. So they sold her to the English for 10,000 livres, which is the currency at the time. In 1431, she was tried in Rouen by the English, and she was accused of heresy, witchcraft, and dressing as a man, among other things. And as a result of the trial, she was sentenced to be burned alive. Many years later, she had a retrial, and she was found not guilty. And in the 1920s, she was canonized as a saint. She's the saint of France, women, prisoners, and soldiers. Thanks for watching.